So,
You're Jimmy.
I am Jimmy.
I knew that. See, I'm
You
second.
did? You know my question?
No.
My question is, I'm someone who really struggles with being present. And, you know, I got a website name called Not Here Now because yeah, and I have some questions in regard to that. One of the main tools that I use or that's affected me not being present is my cell phone, my smartphone. And
Yeah.
I look around, I see so many people, especially in New York City, on their phones. And
So crazy.
yeah.
But even when they didn't have phones, they weren't here.
Do you think so?
Of course. This is something you can't think yourself into this. Thought itself is a prison. You can't think yourself out of a prison made of thought. Where else are you except here? You're always here. There's no place else you could be. But it's not here that you know that. It's looking out of your eyes all the time. It's hearing in your ears. It's feeling in your... There's no place else you could be except here. All you have to do, all we all have to do, is figure out how to pay some attention. So your issue is that you don't know how to pay attention. There's no place else you could be except here, ever, anywhere. This life, last life, a million lives from now, you're here. No possibility of being anywhere else, is there? 10 years from now, if you ask yourself, where am I? What are you going to answer? Here. We're always here. What we don't know how to do is recognize here-ness, being, because we're lost in our thoughts. That's all. And all the senses information that comes in, including the thinking mind. So we have to slow down, that's all. And you can't hit yourself over the head with a baseball bat to slow down. You have to be gentle with yourself, because from day one, nobody talked to us about being here. Everything was out there. Happiness is out there. Life is out there. The world is out there. You gotta slow down. And to slow down, you gotta slow down. So you have to find something to do that you can pay attention to, that will keep bringing you back to yourself. That's what chanting is about. For instance, you pay attention when you're singing. And even though you might be singing and singing along with the whole group, you might, after 10 minutes, you notice, oh my God, I haven't been paying any attention. Yet you've been singing. That's how crazy it is. Some part of you kept the singing going, the rest of you was somewhere else, right? So you come back. That coming back, recognizing that you've been gone, is the whole thing. That's the key to everything. The fact that you know you're gone means you're here. I'm not playing mind games. Here we are, we're singing, right? Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai. What am I going to do tomorrow? Yeah, I got to go there. But you're singing in a group, it's still going on. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, I haven't been paying attention. So you're here again. You recognize it again. You haven't gone anywhere. You're still here. So you have to practice coming back. Recognizing you're gone brings you home. So you sit quietly. Your breath comes in and out. You just feel it going in and out. And then you're thinking about other things. Then you recognize, wait a minute, didn't I just sit my ass down here and I'm not paying attention? So come back. That's where the strength, the inner strength is all about that. Presence, the whole spiritual path is designed to bring us back from what we're lost in. Does that make any sense?
It does.
Yeah. So it's not about achieving anything. It's about recognizing, recognizing, remembering what this is, where we are, who we are. We're not somebody or something, we're here. And that doesn't really start to make sense until you start to get comfortable just being. But we've spent our whole lives training ourselves to think, feel, want, act out, do all kinds of stuff. So taking a couple of deep breaths and sitting cross-legged is not the answer right away. But sitting down quietly for a few minutes and just letting everything go, set a timer for 5 minutes, and the timer will surprise you because you will have been gone for that whole 5 minutes. That shows you how much work we have to do. It shows you how gone we are all the time. It's not just, your phone is not the issue. It's us. We're gone, and we find all the different ways to support being gone because that's what we've been taught. Life is about.
You really feel though that in this, 20 years ago, people were still as much not here as they are today without having access to devices. Where do you think people are when they have their phones? Or where,
The
where
same
am I?
way that they are when they're watching movies, playing basketball, going to shows, talking to other people. Gone. It's just another way of being gone. It in itself is addictive.
Yeah.
And so the more addictive it becomes, the less ability you have to let go of it, the less will you have. So yeah, in that sense, it's maybe a more subtle and more efficacious way of being gone. But it's not more or less, the whole world is gone. Most people get born, go to school, get a job, drink some beer and die. And they're never here for a minute, not a second. They don't recognize anything. They never even ask the question you ask. That's how gone most people are. So the fact that you're even aware of this is already a big thing, a really big thing. It's the key thing. So now the next question is, what do you want to do? This is up to you. You have to find out what you want to do. I mean, you have to recognize that this is your own work on yourself that must be done, and only you can do it. Yeah. You can't get anybody else here. Nobody can.
Did you ever recognize do you remember when you realized you were gone? At what age?
I'm gone most of the time.
Yeah?
Sure, but I have a lot of tools that I use regularly, or are used by regularly, to remind myself I'm gone, and that brings me back. I'm doing this automatically. I'm not paying any attention, but every once in a while I'll remember, because my hands are moving. Oh, Ram. Most of the time I'm not paying any attention, so it's bullshit. But every once in a while it'll pull me back. Every time you come back, you've planted a seed of here-ness. You've sunk an anchor into the here and now a little bit more deeply. Every single time. But every time you go away, you're also planting the seed of being away. We planted lots of those seeds. What we need to plant are seeds of being here. And totally possible. You only have to do it. And you do it. Why could you even do it? Because you've recognized the issue. That's all. But don't go back judging others and thinking what's going on out there. Is it worse or better? That's just mental masturbation. Recognize that you want to be here now, find a way to do it. It's a process. It's not like this. All of a sudden, I'm here. I'll always be here. No, it's not like that. It's dedicating yourself to living a good life and overcoming the selfish, self-centered motivations that we usually do all day long. Live with, and by all day long. That's how you get here, because when we're here, everybody's here. And we recognize it's our own fears and our own stuff that's keeping us locked out of our own hearts, which is where we want to be. So it's not theoretical. It's really deeply emotional in a way. Longing we hiding from in ourselves to really come to be ourselves. We feel we're victim of life. We've been washed down the tubes, but guess what? We're still there. Always be here. Know where you can go. But we want more. We want to feel that more deeply. And that's what spiritual practice is. That's all it is. Slowing down, recognizing what it's like to be a little slower. You have to put the brakes on sometime. You have to do that, but it takes a while to slow down because we're going so fast. I'm on sabbatical, if you didn't notice. Yeah, I put the brakes on 3 months ago. I'm still going 150 miles an hour, but I was going 250 when I put the brakes on. So that's good. Takes time. Takes time. Yeah, it's a train. It's a train. But the heart is always breathing, but we're not paying attention. You know? So it's a bit of it's an emotional thing to try to find yourself, you know, after all that's happened to us, to try to find ourselves. It's a big thing. It's really, but what else are you going to do?
Look at my phone.
Good luck.
Joke.
No, I mean,
No, I want to get rid of it.
where's my phone? Don't get rid of it.
No.
Just, here it goes again. The awareness is what changes everything. The awareness. Yeah, you can practice taking time off from it. Put it away for a day or a half a day and see how many times your mind goes to it. And then you see how much time and then the next time you pick it up, maybe you won't be so attached. Or over a period of months, working with it that way, you won't go for it so automatically. You recognize that you're gone. And if you recognize you're gone, you're not gone. Now, I'm not saying judging yourself. Oh, you asshole, you're gone again. Then you're gone. But seeing the forgetting again and again and again is very helpful. That's what undercuts that. That's what practice is about. Even people who are just watching their breath like this. Before the breath goes out, you're gone. But you come back, you train yourself. It's training. In Buddhism, they call it mind training. You're training your mind to pay attention. Nobody can do it for us. And if we don't do it, it doesn't get done. And it would be good if we did something to help ourselves. Sure. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the time. I really appreciate it.
You too. Take good care. Say hello to Eddie, huh?
I will.
Okay.
Thanks.